Welcome to Samvad. Samvad is an interactive series of dialogue between School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership and MIT IDT University leaders. In this series, today we have Professor Dhimant Panchal with us. Dhimant Panchal is Director of MIT Institute of Design. He is a founder member of MIT Institute of Design. He has extensive consultancy experience in design in the areas of product design, exhibition design, and corporate identity program. As a design consultant, he has provided services to industries ranging from home appliances, eyewear and jewelry, biomedical engineering, CNC automation, and tooling, as well as memento and trophy design for various renowned organizations. So, welcome, Professor Dhimant,
Thank
to
you so very
Samvad.
much. Yes. I'm also thankful to SCIL for having us over and share some of our own insights so thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Professor Dhimant, just wanted to know, what are the key attributes required to have the design as an education?
Okay. See, when you look at design as a career, and I'm sure particularly from the point of view of today's context where, there are huge number of options a lot of young people have. So from that perspective, those people who always have been interested in the world around them from design perspective. Now, when I say design, uh, you know, if you have always been looking at certain objects and say, oh wow, I quite like the way it is, or I like the way it has been done, or like the finish of it, if you look at say a home appliance, and then you thought, just out of curiosity, saying who makes it, if as a young student in school, if these questions have flashed your mind, I think you do have a design mind. See, there are a lot of students who are enamored by images. So when they look at a poster, when they look at a hoarding, they would wonder, saying, how do you design this, or who designs this, and so on and so forth. So that is, I think, where there is a mind which is curious about design. So when we use the word design, there are several aspects of design. Uh, Overall, if I look at it, there is something called industrial design, there is something called communication design, and so on and so forth. So those people who have an idea in the mind, who are also reasonably good with their ability to draw and share and communicate their ideas with someone, I think have enough opportunity to become a designer. And the other thing which is very important is, to be able to see the world and be extremely observant. Yeah, I think if these are there in some combinations or the other, I think a person do have the innate ability to design.
So you mean that these kind of people or these kind of children can come to design
Of
and
course,
they
yes.
can evolve themselves
Yes,
during the course
yes,
of
yes.
time?
And the other thing is, a lot of people think that design is only few professions that are known. But today, design gets into all kinds of interesting
Yes,
things.
yes, yes.
So we have niche design disciplines, which is into understanding how people behave with say, screens around,
Okay.
you know
Okay.
human computer interface.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's, I mean, relatively later entrant into the design specialization, but in fact it has surpassed today all the other design disciplines which have been there for last 40, 50 years.
Oh,
you
okay.
know so yes, I mean, there are new things that get added into design, uh, amalgamation of few things that happen. See, that way, I think design is very buoyant.
Okay.
It kind of works at all levels, and sometimes people who are wanting to become designer, they're probably not aware. So I also would recommend that, try and read something more about design. Go on the internet. There is a huge amount of information available, and help yourself with it. Yeah.
Great, great,
Right.
great. So, Professor Dhimant, having said this, just you related or you just bridged the design with the technology thing,
Yes,
because you have talked about the screening thing that the people look at it. So, as you know that the technology is evolving, and
absolutely.
how the technology and the design now can sync and can work in a blend.
Oh yes, oh yes. I think IoT has changed just about every profession uh, that it has affected. Whether it's engineering, whether it's biomedical products, whether it's banking, whether it's insurance. I mean, so IoT and digital technologies have also impacted greatly on design. For example, I just talked about how Internet of Things has affected, but also with it brought in a lot of new specialization. One of them is, as I said, human computer interface, or what we call UX, UI,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
so on and so
yes,
forth.
yes.
The other thing is, doing things remotely.
Hmm.
Say, for example, today, biomedical products allow surgeons to work remotely. You know, so yes, technology has impacted a great deal on design disciplines. Maybe I don't know. Maybe subsequently, it'll actually become it'll actually make all the other design disciplines become part of the new technologies or the digital technologies. So yes, it has impacted greatly. And the other important thing that I also see is more opportunities are coming in, for specializations in design. Uh, uh, I mean, service design is also one more important aspect of design which is emerging, right? So yes, technology has done some magic to the existing design
Design
disciplines.
industry.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So what I see again is, as you said, the technology is involving. The everybody is doing their own work to get in sync with different thing.
yes,
Now, one more thing which I feel
yeah,
is the
yes,
individual thing, because everything comes from the individual,
yes,
and how you present yourself, how you project yourself. Okay, so considering all this, okay, the as you said, the operation is done, the surgery is done through individual, through technology and design, these things. Now, if I talk of an individual as a human being, so how he or she can impact this design industry with professional skills, like when I say professional skills, like the behavioral skills, the interpersonal skills, how he or she can impact his or her life or his or her profession in design industry with the help of these professional skills, or how
okay,
much it is important
yes,
for
yes,
them.
yes. So you see, the design education, if you see, is not really an isolated education per se. What most design institutes world over teach is geared towards preparing an individual to become part of the industry. Okay, so what happens is, if you see a typical structure of design program, in foundation, students are taught the fundamentals of design, basics of design. Then, as they would go to the senior years, their entire program shifts from fundamentals to actual projects. Okay, so when they do actual projects, they would actually, the faculty would actually almost recreate a professional situation in front of the students.
Okay, okay.
So they get trained to understand, how do I, once I graduate from a design institute, how will I work as a professional designer
Yes,
in an
yes,
industry?
yes.
So a lot of the training happens right from, in fact, I would say first semester itself. So, say for example, typically, of course, we do have exams, we do have term tests and things like that. But at the same time, at the end of the semester, uh, there is a jury that happens. So, for example, typical thing that happens in a jury is, I put up my work here. Yeah, the faculty would sit in the front, and then I'm supposed to present my work. So, as I present my work, I also present my learning. Now, that itself becomes a good training for them to also do presentations. And how do you speak? How do you narrate your learning? How do you structure your thoughts?
Yes.
that way, design education really takes care of such finer aspects and ingrained in the design education as such, or the way courses are to be taught.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so say for example, typically in a 4-year program that we have, students would have gone at least to every end of the semester. So they've actually done this almost 8 times. So every year we have two
Every semester,
semesters.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now that itself also presents them or prepares them for how do you present your work to the client, how do you talk, how do you uh, kind of
The
articulate.
presentation skills, that how do you articulate
Yes,
your ideas to
yeah,
them? Yeah.
the unique features of your
Yeah.
product,
Yeah.
your product solution that you're proposing, you know. So that way, design education or design academics have taken care of all this very, very well. And also, just to add to your question, typically in our 4-year program, students also would go to the industry at least twice.
Okay.
They go and work in the industry. So in design, when I use the word industry, I mean, companies who have a design department of their own. So typically, if you look at ad agencies, media industry, or even for that matter, product industry, they would all have a built-in design studio. Say, for example, Philips, Whirlpool, you know, all the software industries also have their own design departments. Uh, Transportation design, a lot of companies have their own, backward integrated design departments. Tata Motors has it, Honda has it, Mahindra and Mahindra has it. So a lot of students also go there
Mm-hmm.
for a period of 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, as a industrial training.
Okay.
So they understand how industry works.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, they also go to a lot of design studios
Mm-hmm.
where designers are working and giving their services to clients all over India. Yeah, in which they will also know how design studios or independent designers
Mm-hmm.
are giving their services to the industry. So students also learn that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So design, as I said, design academics has been designed to take care of this professionalism,
Okay.
if I may say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, a lot of our graduation projects, the final project that they do, is also sponsored by industry.
Okay.
In that case, students go actually work in the premises of the client or the sponsor on an average of about 4.5 to 5 months of a period. Now, there they get to know how industry functions. They get to know how design is processed within industry, how design is managed within industry. And very often, trust me when I say this, very often the student thinks that this is a place that I want to work. So once he finishes his graduation project and he applies there, and very often he gets in there.
Okay.
So that whole component of being a professional person is ingrained in the very structure of the academics.
Okay.
That's something very interesting about design education, I would say.
Okay. Design
Yeah.
education, and how they get into the industry with, yes,
Yes,
with
yes, they become industry
yeah,
ready, so
yes,
to
yes,
speak.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the industry doesn't really have to spend time to train you up and
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
sink you and mold you into how that industry works. A
Okay.
lot of our graduates have actually been placed like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine, fine. Thank you, Professor Dhimant, for being with us and giving us your valuable thoughts and valuable time. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so very much for inviting me over. And just the last bit, I think if in case you are really wanting to make design as your career, no matter in which standard you are studying, it could be from 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, I think earlier you start, better it is. And keep going and searching things on the internet, figure out how do designers solve their problems, try and read something more about it. And I think it's a fantastic profession to be into. Okay, so thank you very much and all the very best.